met last month maybe. My name is Joshi, and I have my best half with me today. My name is Joshi.
She believes so, but honestly she says that when she's in front of everybody. But she's trained me to say that she is the best half.
And she's the boss also.
Oh, absolutely.
That is between two of you to decide who is the best.
Okay, so actually we can really like go on and on and on with the introduction of what we are, because I have a wonderful husband that I love him so much, and then I have lovely 5 kids. So I have been surrounded and blessed with so much love all around, and I can do pages and pages of that introduction, what happened with them, what happened with me. But today, since we want to do this presentation, what I am going to do is that I'm going to not talk about the journey, how we reached, but through this beautiful journey of life, we came to an awareness, and we came to a realization point where we encountered, I can say, or awareness is the best word really. That's okay, probably. So the best word would be the awareness. Awareness of the kingdom of eternal bliss, the kingdom of eternal knowledge, eternal happiness. That is Buddha. What is Buddha? Buddha, in a simple term, actually, just the meaning of Buddha is the enlightened one and the awakened one. So we are actually, till we don't become, I mean, we are not, but we are, as we believe that we are the ansh of this. Actually, the beautiful thing I would like to share right now also is that when I was coming here, before 2 weeks, Preeti told me that we would love you both to come over and speak. And I started, the next day I started writing, and I started writing. I wrote most, maybe 20-30 pages. And my husband is asking me, you are going to speak all this in 40 minutes, or not even 40 minutes, we'll be given 30 minutes, because then we'll be having question and answers. So I realized it, no, I'm not going to say all this, but it was more about the exhilaration that I was feeling, the fun, the excitement that I was feeling when I was writing those pages. So what we hear over here, what I'm trying to tell you is that all of us at one time or at many times, we feel that exhilaration when the energy is flowing through us, knowledge is flowing through us, information is flowing through us, love is flowing through us, and we are emitting that at all the time. That is what is aura, that's in the energy. That's what we are. When somebody just asked me who I am, and I said I am Joshi, but actually we are those energies, and we are emitting at all the point whatever we have in our energies. Also, the wonderful thing was that when I was coming here, I told him, for the past whole week I have been asking him, so where are we going to start the presentation from? And he is like, no, we'll do it tomorrow, we'll set up something, we'll do what? Now, when I introduced, I said he's my best half, but actually, ideally, he's also my guru. So, whatever theory actually we have come to show you, he wanted me to practically use it probably. So, he said that whatever your Buddha or your oracle, we come to that point, the oracle, whatever that tells you to say, you say. You don't prepare yourself. Why? Because the preparation is only for the physical being that we are, not for the energy. The energy knows. Even till the last minute, till we left the house, I kept saying, no, but you have to tell me exactly where do I start, where do I leave the discussion to you, what exactly are we doing? So probably as being not my husband, but my guru, he never told me that I want you to put in practice before you preach. But before I even come up with the theory, he wanted me to use it in practical, and he left it upon me that he kept delaying. He never said that, but he kept delaying enough that I have to speak right now from whatever I am guided through, from whatever energy I am going to emit, whatever it may be. It is there, it is always there, but we don't trust that enough because we are always so habituated of using our five senses, the feel, the touch, the eyes, the ears, and the taste, the smell. So every time we need to believe something, we go through these five senses. So we can actually go on and on, as I said, on the different words even, on the energy, on the vibration, on the thought. Everything has pages of details on it. But right now, I have this habit of wandering. I just enjoy wandering around like that. Here in the jungle, we just go around and who cares? So I get off track. Sometimes my mother says that, my mother-in-law. You talk so much that you always wander from the subject. And the subject has so much to it that it's not the subject, it's everything that is to it. So we constantly go in those directions. Now coming back to the point, what happens is, this is the cosmos where Buddha is. The cosmos is shining. It's all its energy, all its light, all its everything, all the knowledge, everything is shining through in the whole universe, on us. May not be very good with this.
She's trying to make me.
See how muscular I made you, okay? Nice thin kamar. Okay? Now this is we. Not very nice, but assume. All of you have better physicalities than this. But this is us, and now we are surrounded with a bubble of resonance. Again, as I said, that we will have a lot to say on each word and each thing that we are talking about. Resonance is a fancy term for same, sameness, or similarity, or same vibes. Over here, when we use the word resonance, it is about the similarity of the vibrations that we emit. So what happens is, when we are in the bubble at all times. There are moments, as I said, when we do feel that flow, we do feel that connection, something bad happens and suddenly you don't realize what happened, but you feel, oh, you call a friend, are you okay? Is everything all right with you? So, and the person tells you, no, this happened last week or this week or whatever. So what is that? That is that you are connected all the time, but we are so busy in the physical beingness that we do not often connect here. So when we don't often connect, what happens is, when we are in the bubble of resonance, everything that resonates, everything that matches the energy that you are emitting, and everything in response to it, and then when everything responds to it, you are again responding to their energy. May it be your friend, it be your husband, it be your relatives, it be your boss, it be your employee, or anything. So what happens is, we are vibrating, I would not say a lower frequency, because we are beings, we don't want to not be the beings that we are. We want to be Maya Joshi, I want to be his wife, I want to be the mother of 5 kids. So I am enjoying my physical being. So I would not say we are running on a lower frequency, but we are running on a frequency where resonance is dominant. So what happens is,
I would call it the sensory frequencies. Frequencies which are connected with your senses at all times.
that's a nice word. So what happens is that when we are vibrating on that frequency, we are not aware even that there are other frequencies. What happens is, you have to actually quiet your senses. When you quiet your senses, you come to your Brahmarandra. That is when you are observing only your breath, what you were going to do right before the presentation. So when you are quieting all the senses, you are able to focus on one which is not a sense, it is a Brahmarandra. It's called, the English word is the chamber of Brahma. Brahma is a creator, we all know. So it's the chamber of creator. Now, when you quiet that, okay, what happens is, this is at the tip of this bubble. Okay, when you quiet all the senses, this one gets activated. This is so powerful that it activates and it breaks the bubble. Now when the bubble breaks, here is your oracle. We are going to make a big explanation for that. There is a whole chapter on that. And we are going to explain the bubble of resonance as well. But here is your oracle. When this is very easy. Once you reach here, once you reach to the Brahmarandra and you have broken this bubble of resonance, you burst this out, and then this has a cosmic turbo going around here with a vigorous energy. What happens is like a cyclone or a tornado or a what else? Hurricane. You will be picked up. You will be picked up. You don't have to make any effort. It's
And
that
although she used the word hurricane, cyclone or anything like that, those are terms which could be destructive. This is not destructive. This is creative. This is full of creation.
Right. When I use the word hurricane or anything, I just want to explain the energy, the force of that energy that it carries. So your air oracle has this power, that it has that energy. All you have to do is when you bust out this bubble, you are immediately picked up. You are picked up and go where? Now here you ask, I want a good wife, I want a good husband, a wonderful boss, a wonderful car, my son should be happy, my daughter-in-law should be nice. Thousands and thousands, I want happiness, I want peace. You asked for everything, and everything is running around in this energy. The oracle is the answer to everything. It carries everything that you once desired. Once, whenever, when you were 10-year-old, when you were 2-year-old, when you are right now 60-year-old, doesn't matter. A thought just right now, what we call is a contrast. We all explore contrast. We don't always get everything that the way we wanted. I wanted something, something very beautiful. It comes again, as I said, I keep pondering. Now I will come back to the resonance and tell you how we observe, and then we resonate with that. Today morning, I stubbed my toe. Oh, damn. I went down. The fuel is empty. Oh, damn. I start the car. There is an accident. Now I'm going to be late to the office. Oh, damn. So what's happening is every time you're saying, oh, damn, the damn thing is coming back to you.
If I can interrupt. And the contrast to that, now these are a little bit of the negative things where your energy is drawn to negativity. Arey yaar, ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya, something that you don't want to happen. While we were coming here, I will also explain you the power of the energy, which is good. The power of the good energy, sometimes we tend to believe that the power of the good energy is not really that powerful. But the negative is that powerful. It is not true. Actually, the good is far more powerful. Now, the small example that I am going to give you is while we were driving here, at the Foxwood Avenue, we were taking a left, and a squirrel ran. We are Hindus, we are so careful, you know. Squirrel आ गया तो जोर से ब्रेक, अपना एक्सीडेंट हो गया तो चलेगा. वो squirrel को कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. Nothing should happen to the squirrel. So I slowed down. I was pretty slow, so I didn't have to really break down a lot. But as I have been training myself since I was in college, I used to read a lot of Swami Vivekananda. And the best prayer that Vivekananda ji has taught is जीव मात्र का कल्याण हो, जीव मात्र को सुख और शांति मिले. जीव मात्र is everything. So immediately I started praying. जीव मात्र को कल्याण थाए. Squirrel, I started talking to the squirrel. तेरा भी कल्याण हो, may you be happy, may you be safe always. You won't believe the power of vibration that crossing squirrel. She was speaking all the time because she is so excited. I had actually decided I won't speak a word. I think she will do the whole lecture today herself. I may not even get a chance, but I sneaked in a little bit. So she was constantly speaking. She is probably not even aware that the squirrel was there. But as soon as I prayed to that squirrel, it stopped right in the middle of the road. It was slightly away from my car. And it turned and faced me like this. And this is not the first time I am experiencing this. I have experienced this a number of times. A number of times, sometimes even with my car. If the car is not working, have you thanked your car? Did you put your hand on the steering wheel, close your eyes and tell it thank you? रोज तू मेरे लिए कितना जल रहा है? Do you know the temperatures the engine is reaching? You think it is a non-living object. It is not. Every atom you are sitting on this table. That table, every atom of that table, every molecule of that table, the spoon, the glass, the food that you are having is vibrating at the frequency which understands you. It understands the thought frequency. And that thought frequency of that non-living thing or the living thing will come in contact with you. And that is the resonance. That resonance is what, and it is also connected to the oracle. And immediately, as soon as I looked at that squirrel and I said, thanks for waiting for me and listening to me. And then it went on. It crossed the way. And I had another evidence that prayers are answered, received, immediately accepted. Okay.
So, coming back to, we have such a contrast we are. When I talk, I'm exhilarating because I'm just up somewhere. And he is up somewhere with all that soothing things in him. So that itself is a contrast, talking about contrast. So
yeah, that's why I gave this contrast, because she was saying about, coming back to what she was saying, so she will get that link, is...
And I already forgot it. You made me forget the link.
Brush nahi nikal raha tha, toothpaste I was trying to take it out, the paste wasn't coming out. Whatever all the examples you were giving. Arey yaar, ye ho gaya. But it is a cycle. As we said, the turbo cycle, the turbo storm. That turbo storm is in the thought process. If you realize your thought process, as soon as you pay attention to one thought process, the simultaneous thought process is continuing. Constantly. Let's say you are all 50 plus club, so you have a lot of friends. Let's say 20 years back you had a friend. And with this friend, something happened. Maybe you were working together, there was something that you had arguments and you broke off. You know what, I don't want to really talk to this guy or this lady with whom I've been working. And after that, maybe you change the job, he changed the job, now you are not connected anymore. Come back to 20 years later, present time. You are in a party and that same friend, that same colleague of yours is in front of you. Now, what is your state of mind? Are you going to say hi? Will he say hi? There's so many things going on us. वो बुलाएगा तो मैं बुलाऊंगा. उसने नहीं बुलाया तो मैं नहीं बुलाऊंगा. Correct? But what does this depend upon? This will depend upon whether you have forgiven that person or not. If at that point, whatever happened, you left with a little bit of, hey, that's fine. Shh, quiet. He is guided by the oracle, and his oracle wants to have fun, so he's guided. So at that point of time, after this event has happened with your friend, where something bad happened, you had arguments, probably you said bad things to each other and left. If you have forgiven that person, चलता है यार, लाइफ में होते रहता है, क्या उसमें दिल में क्या रखने का? Forget it, it's okay. When he meets me again, I want to see him again the way we used to be together. I want to meet him happily with love and peace in my heart. If at that moment you have really dil se forgiven him, then the thought process, the mind, the energy that you will create in the form of waves will reach him. Let's say he has not forgiven and not forgotten the whole of the episode. But if from the bottom of your heart you have forgiven that person, his oracle will feel it. And when his oracle feels it, he will get drawn to you. As soon as you smile, he will smile back. But when you smile and he does not smile back, means somewhere we have also not forgiven that person. And because it was forgiven, because bygones have let it be bygones, you can come together immediately and be together. So the purpose of this example was, one thought creates another. That's a chain of events. That is what is resonance. Resonance is echo. Basically, echo kise bolte? We go to India. I still remember when I was in school and college in Mathiran, we had gone and there was an echo point. Can you say, hello, 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 hello? That voice resonates, come back. right? But if you say, let's say, good word, beautiful, most positive word, love. Love is the most positive. If everybody just has love for each of us in our world, 99% problems will be done. No problem at all. Correct? But in this echo point, if you go and say, love, 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 love will only come back, no? Does it come back? Hey. Does it come back? Wealth, wealth, wealth. Money, money, no? What you throw in the resonant bubble comes back to you. And that is why I call it a bubble. क्योंकि bubble नहीं होता तो वो वापस नहीं आता. If it is not a bubble, it does not come back. Got it?
As he said, the bubble of resonance, and when he said that if his oracle will listen to your vibes. So what we are trying to tell you here is also another thing, that when you are in the bubble, you are responding to the life and the behaviors of others and whatever circumstances, situations. But when you are in the oracle zone, the life is responding to you. People are responding to you. You set the tone. You command the tone. You command there should not be argument. But you are in a commanding zone, because that is that frequency that will take you where people will respond to you. Why somebody, sometimes we don't even know anybody and we just like them. We say, नहीं यार बहुत अच्छा है ये. उसको, you have not even met that person, you have not talked to that person, you have not heard about that person. नहीं ये अच्छा लगता है. क्यों अच्छा लगता है? Because probably somewhere he is connected to the oracle. I mean, all of us are good actually. So all of us are the fantastic people that we are. All of us are the perfect image and a perfect reflection of what we really are. It's only that we are flowing right now with the resonance. So every time something comes to you, you respond to that. But when you are connected to your oracle, which is this fast moving energy, it has picked you up. All you have is answers to the problems, answers to the questions, solutions to the problems, peace to against whatever had hurt you, or happiness, bliss, love. So basically now we have explained enough to understand these words, that this either honestly किसी को नहीं पहुंचना है, बुद्धा किसी को नहीं पहुंचना है, because we are attached. We are attached to the being that we are and we love it. सबको enjoy करना है. We cannot imagine a world, this world, where ये being है ही नहीं, where ये इधर से disconnected, the Brahmarantra got connected to the oracle got connected to the Buddha, and it's done. But then the life, the physical life that we are living right now is gone. So nobody really wants to go here. There will be few 80 pe, when you reach 80s, abhi sab moksha. So that's where when you are really done with your life, you want to go there probably. There are very few like Buddha or Sai Baba or whichever you can get connected to mentally, Jesus Christ if anybody is Christian, or Vitthal if anybody is South Indian. So you get, those are very few of them, Ram Avatar, Krishna Avatar, everything is an avatar. They had the physical being, but they had that being and they used it for the well-being of the other beings. We are not here for that most of the times. We are here to enjoy our well-being. So that's the truth of life, and that's what we all encounter. And we say, okay, so why do I break this bubble? So you break it because, not because you want to be in the connection to the Buddha, but because you want to enjoy the physical being. But sometimes your senses don't give you enough answers. You are just, when you can touch it or feel it or taste it or hear.
Because it cannot. The senses, because still you are in the bubble, the answers also that you are going to get are the answers connected with that resonance. And the answers you can achieve here also. It's not that you cannot achieve.
Lot of us achieve.
People here are millionaires. People here can be peaceful. People here can achieve a lot of things. But there is payment. You will see person as, if you see most of the time you will see people are rich. So there is some part of their life which you don't want to know. If you come to know that part of their life, you don't want to be in their shoes. Maybe they have millions of dollars, but their kid is always in the hospital. There is something happening in their life that is always a contrast. which is a payment for that what they are enjoying. And that happens because you are in this circle, in this bubble. But when the oracle opens up, it is very, very streamlined to such an extent that the oracle sees to it that you have everything very well balanced. There is no payment for that. Because you are there for the benefit of everybody. You want to give love, you want to give so much of peace, you want to constantly give something to everybody. And that is why oracle. And now we are the oracles. Actually, we are the oracles, and what we are here right now is the projection of that oracle. That is the main theory. This was the process. Go ahead.
Just to interrupt, because I forget what I want to say. When he said the oracle, right? The beauty is that, again, when we come down to projection again, but I always feel that when we break this bubble, like even right now, when I begin, right, before this, when I said that, honestly, we are not here to give. We want to have that well-being. We don't, I mean, we'll give when we have it, but abhi to nahi hai na. So what is our motto is, I want to achieve something. But when you come to that achieving something zone, what happens is, we just heard a beautiful dialogue in a movie yesterday. Your judgments are clouded with your ambitions. So what happens is, when you want to achieve something, you can only see what you want to achieve. But then it is clouded with the judgments. Your ambitions are clouded. Matlab, anything that fits into your achievement, ye sahi hai, galat, nothing happens and this is wrong or right. That's what I want, that's what I take, is a usual tendency. If somebody has in a lower matra, what you call?
Frequency.
No, not the frequency, but somebody is very ambitious and they just don't care what. किसी का somebody has a balance, okay, इतना बुरा चलता है, इतना गलत चलता है. Like we say, you know, oh, चोरी करना गलत बात है. It's wrong to steal. Kar chori is the biggest chori that everybody does. The tax. Everybody saves on taxes somehow or the other. So it is what we have decided what is right and what is wrong. But that we decide only here because we are, there is another word I cannot get that Sanskrit word for that, but it's called collective judgments and collective decisions, collective information. So what is circulating? So thus, if 10 people are saying this is kar chori is not a big thing, then probably it's not a big thing. Then you flow with it. But that one alone, if he says no, this is wrong, you are standing all by yourself, so you don't even have most of the time the guts to come up and say, you know what, I still think it's wrong. So,
I think it's time up. Yeah, that's
more
fine.
time up, yeah, that's okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Sure.
this can just go on and on and on.
You already have.
Okay. I just have a concern when you say this bubble. I think this bubble is imaginary bubble.
Yes,
It's because
absolutely.
of avidya. And
Yes.
because somehow, because part of one of the characteristics of soul is ichcha, is rag, dvesh,
Yes.
suffering. You know, there are 5 elements of suffering, and
Correct.
avidya is the root. Because we've imagined ourselves, because somehow maybe it's easier, or because of our negativity, because of our ego, because of our selfishness, we've created this bubble, and for every little thing, it's me first,
Yes.
and ego first, or it's everything is for me rather than giving, rather than taking. So it's a mindset.
Yes.
So we need to really, with vidya, understanding,
Knowledge, yes.
knowledge. And knowledge is not academic knowledge. This
No.
morning in yoga,
It is
we
the knowledge
talked
that
about
can awaken you.
awaken. You know, beyond this body, mind, and intellect. Who are we?
Yes.
Why are we here? Those kind of things gives us law of attraction. This radiance and resonance that you're talking about, it's really law of attraction.
Right.
Because life is a mirror. Totally a mirror. What you give out is reflected back to you.
Correct, correct.
Sometimes because of the negativity and connections or lack of connections, some of those things happen that we do not realize it because it's our own doing it's there, but we don't think about it or don't realize because we get so involved with the five senses and they kind of jakado us
Yes.
and limit our thinking to go beyond. So these imaginary things is what we have to kind of dissipate,
It's called
to
Maya.
go beyond.
It's called Maya.
That's me.
Yes.
Anybody else?
Also-
Reach the, how do you
Yes.
down the bubble?
Also, yeah, the one thing that I wanted to also say was when he was actually talking about that oracle thing, and I said we all want to have the well-being. So when I actually started 15 days back, actually almost a month back, we started to think about motivation and we want to write a book and everything. And then I started to think, okay, I want money through it and all that. And then when I was going to come here and present, I was thinking initially that I have to impress all of you. Then you will say some words to your friends, then they will say something to others. So I was still working in the bubble of resonance. But the day I felt the connection, I said, I am not doing this for money. I am not doing this for impressing anybody. I am going to just go ahead and say what I feel. Yes.
How do you get through the bubble? Is it through meditation or is it through a guru?
There are a lot of things. First, I would like to
Basic.
tell you the basic, we can come to that. But oracle, first thing, the beauty is, first of all, I'll ask, the mind is in the body or the body is in the mind? Is your mind in your body or is your body in your mind?
Body is
in the body.
Right? So body is in the mind. So who is the controlling person here?
the mind.
The mind is. So the oracle is your mind that is awakened already.
The
Right
awakened
now
mind.
it is mind.
Awaken.
Right now
Yeah.
it is only mind.
Right now when you have that mind in your body, it is your mind. But when you realize that your mind is the creator and you are only the projection, that's when your oracle is up and awakened and running. Now where is that oracle? Kasturi Mrugini story. Maybe most of you know the story. I don't know. Go ahead, bro. You say it so serenely, it sounds also nice.
You know about the Kasturi Mrug, right? The Kasturi Mrug, what it does is, it has a small sac inside its body, which is actually hardly, they say 5 to 7 grams of Kasturi. It's not more than that. But the aroma of that Kasturi Mrug is so beautiful. It is so aromatic that the Kasturi Mrug, since it is within, is not aware of it. It smells it. And it is said that throughout its life, it just keeps searching for it by the time it dies. And that is the reason right now, sadly, Kasturi Mrug is one of the species which is on the verge of extinction. Yeah, if you Google it, you will come to know.
Is it a plant?
It's a deer.
It's a deer.
It's a deer.
Kasturi is the fragrance and Mrig is the deer. It's a deer that emits that fragrance, but the problem is that it does not know that the fragrance is within. So he is searching for that fragrance and what you call is wandering actually, and ultimately he goes to the rock and he keeps banging his head, he is not getting the answer to it and he dies. It's a story
It
said by...
has been said for generations. Our sadhus used to give this example.
So the oracle, you can say it's within or without or whatever you want to say. That Kasturi, you are the one emitting everything. You are the oracle.
I have come to the, for my book as I keep thinking, and she gives a lot of input because of which this theory was possible for me. And the reason, of course, we say we are Atma, Atma is inside, that is another word for awaken. Atma is the original word in our Hindu philosophy, and then we have Param Atma, which is the supreme soul, which is our creator. The reason I said that we are a projection and that the oracle is not within us but out there, and we are a projection and it guides us. We need to get into that cosmic turbo. Is because if that Atma is within us, why are rapes taking place? Why are murders taking place? People can be so cruel. Why? Which is the reason that I have separated that concept, that the oracle is there in the space, and I have somewhere given it a definition that these are the stars. All the stars that you see, there are millions. They say there are billions, and that's what the count of human population and all our population is. It is somewhere connected, I feel. That's what I've been feeling from inside. And whatever I'm feeling, I cannot turn it around. So those oracles are us. And we are the projection here in the human body. And once, if that connection is made, because for the oracle to make that connection with the conscious and the superconscious that we are already, is faster than this. This took a whole second to resonate in the room. But if that connection is made by the superconscious, the travel time is far less than that, 1/100th of a second, which is possibly not even something that we can understand.
Because it cannot be measured in space, in time. Time is a concept of the body. Time is not the concept of the oracle.
But I think your question was, how do you burst?
How do you burst the bubble? Okay, so there are first thing, okay, which is not even the first thing, that should be the constant thing. Not just to believe that there is oracle, but to know. When you know how you stand up for it. No, I know, don't do this. No, I know this is how it can be done. But when you believe in something, you still have 50-50 chances to flow with somebody else's belief. So first of all, you have to know that there is oracle. And you are just a projection. And everything can be commanded over here. First of all, you have to know that this is the theory and it is possible. Then, what you have to do is quiet your vibrations, right? The vibrations is what? It is an emergence. Vibrations, thoughts create the vibrations. Vibrations create your actions. And your actions then manifest into what is happening around you. So you have to quiet your vibrations. For that, meditation is the best thing. Also, when we say love is the most positive and the most highest frequency possible, when he said, Jeev Matra ka kalyan ho, what is that? You are emitting love. So that love is the highest frequency that we know. Then, why we want to do everything? Because we want to be happy. So happiness is another high frequency. Now what you may do, वो सब बोलते हैं, everybody says, I want to be happy, I want to have peace. But what is that? That is living in that moment, this moment. Always, often what we do? I have to do this afterwards. After this I have to go home and finish this. Are you living in this moment? If you knew that your friend is dying, okay, you are not going to meet him tomorrow, would you not run to that person right now? Why? Because it's not going to be tomorrow. He's not going to be there tomorrow. Your today is never going to be there tomorrow. Your today is only today. It's a beautiful philosophy. Everybody writes those quotes. Oh, live like it's your last day of your life. But do we? We don't. We are so busy planning for the next day, for the next month, for the whole life, that we forget to enjoy the present moment. So be happy. Abhi, if you will, we all encounter certain things that we don't want. And this is the special one, Poonam ji, that comes from law of attraction. Everybody tells, I've heard a lot of people say, law of attraction, it works. But I don't desire that my husband yells at me. I don't really want that my son becomes a drug addict. I don't want that my car gets down. So what, I'm creating that? Right? Everybody has this question somewhere or around. If you are the creator, how come not things, all things are not working according to you? That is, you are creating a isness. You are resonating. And it will not, जैसे हमने बोला, echo का, it's a very clear thing when you say love, love comes back. But in resonance, what happens is anything that matches that frequency of your vibration, it will come to you. Anything that matches around. So we don't know. We did not manifest actually.
Let's take a light example for this. Nice one. There is a couple in their 70s, late 70s. And the husband realizes that the wife has become hard of hearing. So he goes to his doctor friend and tells him that my wife is hard of hearing and I am having a very difficult time with her. Whatever I ask her, she doesn't even answer for so long. So the doctor says, let's try to find out the seriousness of this, then we can go for the solution. Do one thing, Try to find out at what distance she can actually listen. Do that. That's your project for today. Go home, find that out and come tomorrow and let's find the solution to this. So he comes home. As soon as he opens the door, he is 20-25 feet away from his wife and says, "Hey honey, what's for dinner?" She doesn't answer. Goes a little bit further and again asks, "Hey honey, what's for dinner tonight?" Still no answer. He goes still further. Now he's like hardly 5 feet away. "Hey honey, what's for dinner?" He almost yells. And she's like, "For the third time, it is dal bhat." So what happened? The husband is actually hard of hearing. But in that resonance bubble,
Oh, she really enjoyed that.
in that resonant bubble,
She knows someone who has done this, is it?
oh really, you can share your story. Yeah. So in that resonant bubble, what happens is that what we are thinking, what we are believing, every thought is like a pebble in the sea, pebble in the river. So many vibrations are crossed. If you see the circle, circle, circle. Gujarati word for it is spandan. It's a very beautiful word, spandan. And the word spandan actually means, I have tried so hard in Google also to find the actual connotation for the word spandan. We can't find it.
Google is not as smart as the wives are, right?
Oh, wives are, that reminds me. She usually never goes out without the bindi. That is her favorite. And finally I found out the secret. The husbands are going to love this. What is the secret of the bindi? Those bindi are directly actually connected to the brain inside, correct?
Third eye.
Right?
Third eye.
But you don't know the second part that you guys are using against us. The wives are using against us. It is a whole recording device. It records everything that the husband is doing in front of her. And it can be used against the husband even 30 years later. Which is why all the husbands have to be very careful of the bindi. So today luckily I see nobody is wearing it. So all the husbands are free. Maybe we will enjoy a little bit of freedom. So I was going to the word spandan. That spandan, you didn't understand? You wanted to
Ripple,
ask?
right? Isn't that ripple?
Yes, ripple. Something like the ripple. But the ripples not only go, but they come back also.
Spandan is actually also connected with music, right?
Yes.
When you hit a tar, when you hit a
It's a
string of any...
naad.
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 Right.
Naad, yes.
Right. That's a very good word.
Sound vibration.
Sound
We
wave.
have so many words actually in our language which English does not have a good exact connotation for it. We have to go alternately and give it an extra word.
But no, we can come up with the answers to the question. So basically when you said how do you reach here, this is very easy. As I said, it will just pick you up. All you need to do this. And this is when you quiet all the senses. Or that quieting comes with meditation.
Meditation is one of them. Prayer is another one. There is also chanting. Chanting also has amazing power. But the chanting, give me 1 second. But the chanting cannot be like, I'll give you an example. In the olden days I have seen when I was a kid and our Bajuwala auntie, all the time she is doing mala. Okay? Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Kukar chada dena. Namah Shivaya. अरे दूसरी सीटी पर बंद करना भाई. फोन ले बेटा क्या कर रहा है? मैं माला कर रही हूँ ना. This chanting is useless. Why? Because you are involved in the bubble of resonance. You are not even connected. You are not even. That mala is supposed to basically hold the vibrations for you. And that repetition creates another bubble of purity, another bubble of sanctity, of sacredness. And all these vibrations are so powerful that it will burst the bubble of resonance. But while doing the mala, if you are enjoying and encouraging the bubble of resonance rather than creating a separate bubble which will get you connected, it's useless. Yes, what did you ask?
My interpretation of that is that the Kundalini Yoga
Right.
and going through the chakras, it's a slow process. And you have to spend time with yourself to know who you are.
Yes.
And you spend years to meditate and meditate. And then when you find that self and you are peaceful with yourself, you climb the ladder of the chakras.
Yes,
And then you go up to burst that.
exactly.
And when you burst that, you have become really alive
Correct.
and you're in a different place.
Yes.
But the steps to that is not like an easy, you can't buy it.
No, it's not.
It's very
I
difficult.
would defer to that actually. Because right now you are looking at this where you have to take the steps.
Yes.
But if you are this, you don't have to take any steps.
You don't know where you are.
Yeah.
You know, when you know, that's where I said you don't believe this is a theory. When you know you are this, he has been meditating since he was 7 years old, okay? I have never been able to relate with meditation. Never. I should say this because I have never done it really. I just thought, I believed, and I knew that I cannot do meditation. But the day I knew that I am an oracle, quieting my mind is easy.
So for your answer
I
for
did
that
not.
would be, I'm sorry to
Yes.
because you go through the Kundalini yoga process, through the chakra awakening process, and you believe it is tough, it becomes tough for you. But you change the whole belief system, it's
I
easy.
don't believe that it's tough, but
Okay.
I believe that because we're human beings that live in this world, we have to take care of our families and we
Yes.
have to live that path. We all came here with our karmas.
Yeah,
We all have to go through that path.
absolutely.
There are some people who are very blessed and who are ready because of their lifetimes that they came to this world, that when they get a guru, the guru opened that, like spontaneously.
Right.
There are people like that. But I am not projecting that I am making it difficult.
Okay.
I am saying that for most human beings, to even get on the path of meditation, it's not easy. It takes practice.
Then I give you another easy way. This is also again, all of this is just a thought. The thought is that the meditation is a tougher way. As I said that I knew that I cannot meditate, so I never did, and I never thought I will do it. Being happy in this moment will raise your frequency. It will shoot it up. It will just shoot it up. It will shoot it up right here. You don't need to go any channels.
The best thing about this whole process is that rather than doing anything obviously, even the thought process, before I continue with that explanation, even our thought process has two sequences. I have named it autonomous thinking and obvious thinking. Most of the time what happens since you grew up, accordingly your thought processes have been channelized and programmed to an autonomous, automatic type of thinking. Something happened and you had a thought about it which may be pro or con, whatever it is, the process just starts. But if you are aware, if you have awakening, if you have awareness which is at a very high strict level within you, which is a discipline, then you will watch that thought. You keep like a sentry, a security guard on your thoughts. As soon as you watch that thought and stop it and you take its opposite, नहीं मुझे ये नहीं सोचना है, मुझे अच्छा सोचना है. बेटे का फोन नहीं आया, बेटे को कुछ हो तो नहीं गया, एक्सीडेंट तो नहीं हुआ, ये तो नहीं हुआ, वो तो नहीं हुआ. You are so afraid. Then you realize, no, I want to have faith. मेरे बेटे को कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. क्यों होगा? मेरा बेटा है. I am there to protect him. Everyone is there. God is there to protect him. And that is obvious thinking.
So in thinking also, right, they say there are 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day that we go across. 50 thoughts a minute. That is, you are almost thinking every second. Do you know even when we are not talking, we don't even realize what thought went through. So you can certainly not keep a guard on your thought. So how do you check on your thought? Are you feeling good in this moment? If you are feeling good in this moment, you are
Entertain that
towards
thought.
this. You are going slow by slow or fast or whatever. The level of your happiness, of your feeling, it will take you from here to here, here to here, here to here. Once you are here, this just shoots up. The happiness, oh, it's so tasty, isn't it? Happiness is so tasty. We want to have happiness all the time. All you have to do is don't track your thoughts. It's too much work. I cannot try. I think maybe 1 lakh words a day, probably thoughts a day. I am not nowhere in the vicinity of 50 to 70,000 probably. So, what you may do, you will only think that is, do whatever. Abhi galat, you are thinking something that's bothering you. See, there is always something in the background that we say thought. We say, no, I did not think this. No, we don't even know what he said, autonomous thinking. It is something in the background. So what will you do to shut that background off? You will bring something that is something to the foreground. Foreground is what he said, your intentive or dominant, your dominant thinking. I will think about this. When you are so focused, you do this, all of you. One hand this, the other hand this. Not every time all of, okay, then do the other difficult one. Do this and the other one like this. Eventually, somewhere you start
Faltering.
You cannot constantly do that. There are 2 reasons to it. One, because we cannot vibrate in the different frequencies at that same time. And 2, because this theory is new to us. Like this theory is new to us. That you are the oracle, you are already awakened, you don't have to work for it. The theories we believe in are, वो सब अलग लोग होते हैं. Oh, that guy with, we had a real life movie we saw. Not a movie, he's an inspirational speaker right now.
Yeah.
He got both his legs cut off and hands. He is nothing, he has just from here to here.
Rectangle.
And he is so beautiful when he talks.
He's an amazing motivational speaker. I will get the last name also, but his first name is Nick. Even if you put in Google Nick motivational speaker, all his YouTube videos will pop up. You will cry. I have cried like a baby when I heard him. And I have hugged him in my imagination. I have really given him kisses and everything. Like, amazing. There are so many inspirations around us. We are so blessed. We are completely blessed. And the last and most important part of the answer to your question is that we are oracles, which we have forgotten. So when we actually study a science and a whole process to get to becoming the oracle, we find it difficult because we are doing it at the sensory level. But when we start, let me just
Because
finish.
it's the logic of the mind
Right.
puts her into this negative
The
process.
turmoil, exactly.
Steps.
Yes.
When you are thinking with your logic,
Correct.
you are into that
So I'll have to
quagmire
take this
of a
step now,
bubble
this
or
step now, this
negativity.
step now.
But if you already understand that you are that,
Right.
then all
So
these
that's what
steps
we are
don't-
trying to do.
yeah.
That if you start believing and knowing you are the
Yes.
oracle,
Yes.
then it is all knowing.
Yeah.
Once you start the prayer, the meditation or whatever you are feeling comfortable, the chanting which you are feeling comfortable, it will guide you through the journey. The chakras will awaken on their own. That is the best part of it. That flow in the journey, enjoy the journey and just feel the bliss of it. And spread love. Never stop spreading the love. That is the golden key. Spread love to everybody. Even when you are away from that person, through the thought process give them love. I know it's very difficult when you give love and you get a thappan. It happens. Not the actual thappan, but the way they give.
They don't reciprocate the same way we gave.
Yeah.
So it is always hard. I think
Yes.
Thank you very
the
much.
time is up.
you.